G'day, it's Josh from Boorman Lawyers. I'm back here at Gosford Local Court today where I've appeared on a number of traffic offences for an old client of mine. I represented this client about 10 months ago at this court on a mid-range drink driving offence. He was given minimum period of 3 months and a 12-month interlock device for that particular offence. Things haven't really gotten much better for my client. He's had a number of tumultuous things go on in his life, including the failing of his business, financial distress, and he's then also made some very poor decisions in relation to his licence and driving on the road. In particular, he's failed to maintain his interlock licence, and then in November late last year his business failed. Then in December he drove up to Terrigal seeking a new job interview, and after the job interview he was invited to go and have 3 beers at a local pub. He only had 3 beers in about a 5-hour period, so not a lot of alcohol. He assumed he would have been at 0 blood alcohol. On the drive home he's pulled over for an RBT and recorded a very low reading of 0.035, but due to the fact he was on an interlock licence, he was subjected to a 0 blood alcohol. And on top of that, because he was driving a vehicle that did not have an interlock device fitted in it, he was subsequently charged with failing to comply with the conditions of his licence by not driving a vehicle with a interlock device in it. So there was those 2 charges, and he certainly did himself no favours by then making a very foolish decision in late January to go retrieve his vehicle from Terrigal after his partner drove his vehicle up to Terrigal the night before. They'd gone to dinner, they Ubered it home. His vehicle was left in a 2-hour parking slot. He had a disagreement with his partner the next morning. She refused to go get the vehicle. He made the poor decision to catch an Uber up to Terrigal, pick up his car and return it back home. He was picked up for a licence check on the way back home, and he was subsequently charged with a suspended driving offence. Now these were all, special range PCA and the suspended drive were categorised as second or repeat offences, and so that does increase the penalties in relation to each offence. We did tender some subjective material, some letters of reference, apology letter, and he did do the traffic offenders program again. And we gave some context as to why he has made such a series of poor decisions in a relatively short period of time, and explained to the court that his mental emotional health had taken a hit along with his financial position due to the failing of his business. He's currently unemployed, looking for new work. That's going to be hard without a licence. So he's in a position where he now has to make a decision that he needs to start obeying the court orders and the rules of the road. Otherwise he will eventually face coming to court and potentially receive a term of imprisonment. So he's obviously wants to avoid that at all costs, but moving forward in relation to today's matters, he was issued a $700 fine for failing to comply with the interlock conditions of his licence. He received a 1-month minimum disqualification for the special range PCA offence, and also given an $800 fine. That does come with an automatic or a mandatory 12-month interlock order. And then in relation to the suspended driving offence, he was given the minimum period of 6 months disqualification. So effectively he will be eligible in 6 months' time, because all those penalties run concurrently at the same time. He will be eligible in 6 months' time to go and apply for a license, albeit an interlock license again, and he will have to do that interlock license for 12 months. Has a number of fines, but all penalties were confined to fines and further disqualification period. So he was very understanding. He accepted that it was 2 separate offences, a number of charges which have had to be dealt with today. It wasn't overly straightforward. He's done himself no favours, but moving forward he's committed to doing the right thing, and hopefully it's the last time we'll see him back before Gosford local court, or any court in New South Wales for that matter. And thanks for tuning in today.
I want to thank you for tuning into Boorman Lawyers today. You can catch us at any of the usual social media platforms. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you've got any questions or queries, please don't hesitate to contact us on 1300 941 900.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into this video today. I really hope it was informative and helpful for you. There's another couple of videos below that you might want to check out that may be very useful for the process that you might be going through at the moment. Please feel free to like, follow, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we've always got fresh new content coming through all the time.